Alrighty, we are back with another Dark Souls episode. Dark Souls 3. Gonna kick it off with a return to Firelink, like usual. Nobody should really be surprised at how often we go back there, especially at this point.
Welcome, speak. Very well, then to take me.
Level up a bit. You can grab 2 levels while we're here. So let's throw them both right there for now.
Farewell, Ashen One.
Alright.
May the flames guide thee.
I'm pretty sure that's all we need to do. Yep, no Estus Shard, no Undead Bone Shards. Alright, so at the end of the last episode, I mentioned going back to try and take on the old demon again. Because as a pyromancer, that's just a tough fight. But we're gonna make the attempt. I hate that ballista. At some point we're gonna go over and work our way through it. It'll probably be a whole episode to try to get to that ballista and shut it down. Oh, that does respectable damage, actually. Hit. Oh. Buddy. Leave us alone. Pyromancy is putting in a lot of work for us. Alright, he's gonna explode. Yeah. But then he's stunned for a little bit. There we go. That is what we wanted. There's the bonfire for him. Not a huge amount of souls, but we got his soul, and that is a key piece of this build. So now,
so
go up here. And this is what we wanted. Huh, I didn't realize we still have Aldrich's soul on us, too. Anyway, there's that.
now.
What souls have we got in our inventory? Aldrich and the Weary Warrior. Well, let's go rectify that, shall we?
Gracious, let this I only.
now she sells these too. I don't remember what level our pyromancy flame is at. We will take a look here in a sec. We're just going to sell this one for now to get a level.
Welcome. Then take. Farewell, Ashen One.
We'll run to the pyromancer and double check our level for that real fast. Oops, not reinforce. Okay, we need chunks. That's what I thought. Fortunately, where we're going, I believe, does have some chunks in it. Because we are actually going to go back before we make progress. We are going to explore the demon ruins. It is one of the tougher areas in the game, especially when you're running a pyromancy build, because everything is fire or resistant to it or blah blah blah. We're going to equip that. And honestly, I think there is one more pyromancy that would really complete the build. Yeah, this area you gotta watch out for not only these guys, but they put up that ball that he's holding. Yeah. They make orbs like that shoot at you kind of like sentries. Anybody who's familiar with Dark Souls 1 will recognize the bodies of these things. Some Capra demons. Alright. Perfect. And, you know, just like in the Poison Swamp, we deal with these the same way. The only difference is they're tougher down here, and they're embered, so they are resistant to our fire. Well, more resistant. Still don't want to get in that mist, though. Oh yeah, we'll definitely be farming lots of shards. Probably a lot of large shards, too. So, coming through here, be careful, because there's the obvious one. There's also the not obvious one. Yeah. This area has got a ton of situations like that. Darkfire's doing better than regular. Cool. Alright. Be careful here. Oh. On the plus side, the slime protects us from the fire of the statue, so... The only downside is these slimes are super resistant to fire. Yeah. We're not doing a whole lot. Okay. So... we've got two options here. We can either try to make this jump, which we didn't, and yeah, land down here. Or we make that jump. We will go back to up there in a bit. We just have to work our way around the long way now. When I say long way, I mean it's not insanely long. Is this the way I want to go? Okay. So, we've hit a bonfire. So no, it's not really the way that I wanted to go, but we do have that bonfire lit. Okay. These are the enemies we already killed. So, be careful in here, just because of these guys. I think there's 2 or 3 of them total. Yeah. And then around the corner, we got this guy. Alright. So, we're gonna go this way. But we're gonna wait, because there should be a fight. Yep, right there. It's not really a fight, as he puts him down pretty easy. Go. No drop. That's okay. This is a very solid weapon that we just picked up. Also, if you're familiar with the first game, you should sorta recognize these things. Let's see if we can find a single one, or one that at least shows you its head. There you go. Our old buddies, Taurus demons. Alright, so we do now want to go back to that bonfire. Oh hey, I missed this guy in this corner. That's okay. I know there is one more pyromancy tome down here, I'm pretty sure. Okay, we're gonna go... We'll go this way first. Regular Titanite. I could have swore there was better stuff down here. That's okay. It happens. Alright, so now we need to kill this thing. Because that is what we are going to infuse our weapon with now. It's going to go back to having scaling. It'll scale with strength, dex, intelligence, and faith. And it'll still do normal damage, the physical, and fire. This is also a room with a trap in it. 2 of them, actually. Hopefully we just triggered the one. Okay, maybe there are 2 pyromancy tomes down here. Yeah, there should be 1 more. Alright, so... rest here real fast. And we're gonna come over here for another illusion wall. And we're going to hopefully avoid Slime Central. And this is the item that we tried to get from over there the first time, when I said we were going to end up having to take the long way around. Okay. So now... Ooh! Was not prepared for that. Enough as is when there's just one of them. That should maybe get rid of a couple of the fires. Alright. There is a demon. It's got a slime over it. Dead bone shard. That'll come in handy. Refamiliarize here. Okay. So both of these paths would take us back up to the original place we came to the Demon Ruins from. Oh, that wasn't what I wanted to do. Oh. Too far. It happens. This time, I'm just gonna do this. I could have swore there was an alternate path. There is. Okay. We found it. Okay. That's unfortunate that our souls are up there. That's okay. We're not gonna go back for those souls. I'm just trying to remember where an illusionary wall is. It's we're not gonna go there. There's one. And ironically, yeah, there's two. So this next area has got some basilisks in it. All in all, they are not overly bad, they're just frustrating. Oof. Alright. Now, normally you wouldn't want to back yourself into a corner with one of these. But when you got enough firepower, it's not a problem. And those are the stairs we would have come down if we hadn't gone through the wall. you go down that way, you are in for one of the hardest fights. So we will revisit it a little while later on. After we've shut down the ballista and done what we've come here to do. You are not messing around today, are you? But I know there's something else I'm missing. That other pyromancy tome isn't important. If I remember right, it only gives you Fire Whip, Firestorm, and Rapport. And Rapport can be useful because you can basically charm enemies into fighting for you for a time, but it's nothing too spectacular. If you're working a build that can do ranged stuff with a bow, that is probably one of the better bows in the game. I mean, it's heavy, but it is a very solid weapon. Alright, so do be careful up here, because the ballista can hit you on this section, and hiding behind walls, it don't help. Feels generous to use a couple of them. Okay, up ahead we're going to have bone wheels, a couple of regular, a couple of regular skeletal enemies, as well as those guys in the catacombs that I don't like. skeletons. And then, yeah, these are the guys that, as you know, we already don't like. Hopefully we can get just one at a time. Yeah. Makes life easier. Ooh. Not much easier, mind you, because they are potent. Ow. They stun fairly easily, so once you get them locked into a spot, it's not so tough, but... Alrighty, and here we are at the ballista. And we've deactivated it. These were giants that originally manned it. And now it is relatively safe to hoover up items down there. Funny part is, we've already hoovered up the items down there. So, we are set in that regard. And that didn't take near as long as I expected it to. So, we are going to take a crack or two at the Dancer of the Boreal Valley next. Obviously, we're going to make sure everything that we can upgrade is upgraded.
That is what neat.
So we're gonna reinforce, and we're gonna allot it so that now we have
Pretty be careful.
2 ashen ones. We're gonna come here.
What have then you found brilliant? I will never now show the primal.
That's not the pyromancy that I thought we would get.
Do not be gone for long.
Let me
What is a teacher without a pupil?
look at something. Maybe that is the pyromancy I was hoping for. Regardless, we would need to up our
That is what neat.
attunement a little bit more to accommodate it. We're going to infuse this. So, yes, we're going to be doing less physical damage with it, but we are going to be doing significantly more fire damage with it. It's kind of a trade-off, but also we can start dumping points into our strength and whatnot to do more physical damage. Because, I mean, our physical damage loses 50 points, but our fire damage gains 45-ish, I think. So, I mean, it's not really that bad of a trade-off. And there's one boss up ahead that's not super weak to fire, but he's not too tough, so I'm gonna do that.
Hey, be careful.
So now we have a scaling weapon again. Let's check our attunement slots real fast. Okay, it's not so bad.
Well, very well. Then touch the darkness within me. Take nourishment from the...
Pretty sure... If we go up by one, we'll have, in attunement, we will have another slot. But... yeah, I mean, look at the jump there. We get 4 points. And granted, yes, it is just fire damage. But in doing that, we're also upgrading our damage that we're putting out with our flame. So we are doing pretty good. Like, we're basically making it so no matter what we do, our fire damage will go up. Kinda. Alright, so now the Dancer of the Boreal Valley is one of the trickier bosses. So, like, most of the bosses, their movements are... they're kind of choreographed, like, in a musical way. Like, they run in a certain time frame. The Dancer runs at a just slightly off of that time frame, so a lot of people have got issues with the Dancer because of that. They just have a really tough time adjusting to the Dancer's slightly off-kilter times. The first time I came through this game, like I said, Aldrich gave me the most trouble, but the Dancer was a close number 2. Like, it was brutal. And this is one of those bosses that I think their phase 2 is easier than their phase 1. And with our build, as long as we can avoid taking damage, which, I mean, we did decent at for a while. Ouch. Okay, so now she's going into phase 2. Oh! Ow, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, so what I mean by I find the phase 2 slightly easier than phase 1. In phase 1, she has a free hand that can do a grab attack. Whereas in phase 2, while it is dual swords... Ooh. Other than that move right there, it's not too horrible. Like, and literally one more hit and she's done for. Boom. This build, it can just embarrass some bosses. It's why I run with it. The Dancer's Soul doesn't net you anything too good. You can get her dual swords, but as far as boss weapons go, they are pitiful. Like, they look cool, you know, a fire one and a dark one, and it makes you look awesome, but their damage output is just not worth it. And then you can get this Soothing Sunlight Miracle with her soul as well. I never use it. Never have. Probably never will.
Welcome to speak. Very then taken.
Okay, we are going to get that up that one more level. And we're going to start working our strength up a little bit to get some better physical damage. So this next area is another one of those areas that kind of split. And what I mean is, do you remember the area that I said, oh, we'll come back to here after we get the gesture that allows us to go over there? And I looked at the mountains, and Archdragon Peak is that area. Basically, if you come up here and you go left, you can beat a boss, learn the move, and then you can go to Archdragon Peak. If you go straight ahead, that's progress. And honestly, we are doing phenomenal for time. So we're going to do a little bit of exploring. Because, why not? Up here, we got one of our old friends, a Cathedral Knight. Step off early on this one. Come over here, pick up an Estus shard, and then come over here to get a Titanite chunk, and then, even though we don't have the stats for it at all, I'm gonna do this. Just to get this guy to come closer. And then after he thrashes about for a little bit, he loses interest in us. That was not. This is a poison / toxic kind of swamp again. We got 2 more of those abyss beasts. Oh, I forgot we got that bow on us. So our load is... There we go. I do not recommend opening the menu in a fight with anything. But if there's one thing any of my viewers will have learned by now, is that I very much employ the do as I say, not as I do mentality. No. We're allowed to heal. There we go. Don't remember. I think... Oh, I thought there was something useful down here. We're going to step off of that for a minute. Actually, I'm pretty sure this is a toxic swamp, not a poison swamp. I know. Not a huge difference other than toxic is faster to take down your health bar. There we go. Down there, that stuff's not important, really. There's a very light armor set, and honestly, I don't remember what else. That's what I mean when I say it's not very important. Alright, we're gonna have to go start the fight. Chunk. much everything we need the fire for in this zone. Alrighty. Go down here for a dark gem. Alright, you know what? We're just gonna deal with it. Yeah, there's that armor set, basically the ninja set, and a claw-like weapon. Kind of like Wolverine. That. Cure our ailment. And we're going to unlock a shortcut so that we don't have to go through all of this every time we come down here. So there are 3 thralls in this room. 1, 2, and 3. And then 2 casters. And the type of casting they do is mostly healing and damage resistance buffs. See, because like normally we would just melt through that enemy, but they buff their defenses, so... we will finish the Consumed King's Garden after we have gotten our equipment, like our axe, all the way up, which won't take very long. This next area is full of Titanite chunks, and we have that slab that Onion Bro gave us for freeing him from prison. So we are doing phenomenal. We just need 7 more chunks, and our axe will be maxed out at plus 10. Okay. This night is a little more of a pain than the rest usually are. In this area, you're going to see a lot of enemies that look familiar, but are not. They are significantly tougher. Oh, and this is one of those leash points that I've mentioned before. Like, he cannot cross this line here. So if you want to mess with him, you totally can. I mean, I did tell you I'd be showing those to you. Yeah. They make me laugh. When an area is, you know, supposed to be, like, super easy to walk through. At least, you know, for us. But the AI of the enemy can't get past. I was gonna say, I could have swore there was another one of those guys up here. Normally he's not playing dead. We're gonna go up here real quick. Collect this. Grab this Titanite chunk and run back to Firelink to upgrade our weapon, and then this will be the end of this episode. That timed out almost perfect.
That is, wasn't it?
And yeah, damage doesn't go up a ton, but any increase is better than no increase.
Ashen one. Welcome. Very then take. Farewell, Ashen one.
You know what? Almost forgot. So the max Estus you can carry with you between the regular and the blue is 15. Right now we are at 13.
Be careful.
So we're almost to the maxed out level for that. Just like we can burn, I think, 2 more undead bone shards, and that would max out our bonfire level and Estus recovery amount. I don't have one in there, okay. But we're gonna go back here, and here is where we will start off the episode for next time. Alright, thanks for tuning in.